Nacho man, yeah. I got to be a Nacho man. To be a Nacho man. I got to be a Nacho man.
Welcome, Vault Dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and I hope everyone had an excellent meat week. I am wearing this slightly ridiculous outfit because I feel like this is something that someone is super patriotic might happen to wear to a meat week barbecue, and also because I accidentally spent 1,800 atoms on a pack of, well, frankly, ridiculous outfits that I am not very pleased about. It was an accident, and so public service announcement, be very careful as you navigate the Atomic Shop. The UI there is not set up to protect you, and if you push the A button accidentally one too many times because you think something's not loading, you will buy that item. Nevertheless, we are here to do a camp tour video today, and this is my camp that I set up for Meat Week. As I record this, the event has essentially just ended a couple of days ago, and I have resurrected my troll base. I know that a number of people feel like the rewards for Meat Week were not all that great, but I feel like the real reward for Meat Week was constant access to Graham and his rare plans. And those in particular have allowed me to upgrade my troll base, and I am excited to show that to you. This is the same base, more or less, that I set up outside of the Fastnacht event. But there's one major difference in that once we go inside and I set off the trap, what we will see is that I have, at long last, been able to find radiation emitter plans. I'm excited by this because this is my vision for the troll base in its original form, in that radiation damage, when you are killed by radiation damage, when you respawn, your health bar is still mostly full of radiation. And I had thought that maybe radiation emitters had been removed from the game because they did present a very real opportunity for trolls, but as it turns out that Graham does still sell these, they just appear very rarely in his inventory. So that's one thing. Now, clearly these things are not going off right now. I have the trap safed at the moment so I don't accidentally kill myself while I'm trying to record this video. There's another thing, though, that has come out since my original build outside the Fastnacht event that has made this particular troll base so much better, and that is the addition of player vending. You may recall that I would essentially set up a paper bag at the end of the room here to try and entice players to run through and see what was in the bag. As a side note, you may also recall that I set up a pressure plate so that hopefully players would see this and think, aha, I will be able to leave the room. And in fact, that pressure plate's not actually connected to anything. So players can run in here and the siren starts going off while they're looking at the inventory here, and the inventory is indeed part of the troll because I'm selling a single Radix for 25,000, a single Rad Away for 25,000, and a bunch of spoiled meat. It's just kind of a middle finger to another player. But I also have done some other things, because if you notice on the map here, it looks like this base is fairly well stocked with lots of things that you might like to buy. How did I do that? Well, that vending machine clearly has basically nothing in it. Well, what I did was I hid my other vending machines around the back. as a quick side note, I just wanted to show this off because I thought it was clever. The pressure plate, when someone's standing here and it's open, it is at least connected to this pressure plate so that there's a light on it that would indicate that it has power to it. Again, just trying to do everything I can to make it look like there's nothing going on inside here except for those roll-up doors that are closed. Another quick side note, I have done my usual thing of setting up a crapper outside with all of my door codes in it, but offset by a little bit. This becomes even more important to me because with 3 different doors with 3 different codes, I can sometimes forget what it is that each of these codes is supposed to be. But nevertheless, what I've done is I've put all my vending machines in the back and locked them away so that other players just can't get to them. I'm missing some commercial opportunities, but after all, this base is a troll and not really set up for profit. Let's go take a look upstairs, and I can kind of show you some of the other upgrades that I've made. The upstairs is sparse and cramped and barely decorated, and you can see that I have still used the entirety of the budget here. And that is because I went and upgraded almost all of my wiring with conduits and conduit switches. This rather messy looking setup is how I control my trap and my base, and it means that lighting is much easier to set up. Wall switches are power emitters, just like the regular wall conduits and ceiling conduits and such, and can mess things up when you're trying to wire things if you are not careful. So having everything on conduit switches here just means that I am able to more tightly control exactly what is going on around here. So I do have this switch called Add that is all of my advertising. When that switch is off, my vending machines are powered off, my base disappears from the map, and all of the lights out front get turned off. Let's go take a look at that. As a side note, I also have set up the same door that I've set up in a number of places. The decon arch gives me a spritz when I come inside and then turns off automatically. I can walk outside just by stepping on the pressure plate, or I have a way to lock that door open so I don't have to constantly be entering the code for the door. And I've got an audible alarm and a light that turns on when I do that. So yeah, with the add off, all of these lights turn off. The place is just not nearly so inviting. Someone could come in through that door, but nothing can happen. The trap can't activate. Let's get back upstairs here and show you the rest of the functionality here. When I do turn the add on, I have a separate switch to actually activate the trap, and a final switch that I have to safe everything. This is in between the electric eye switch and all of the radiation emitters and Tesla arcs, so that I am not constantly setting this trap off on myself, for example, while I'm trying to record a video. We do have to arm that electric eye switch manually using a terminal, which is a remaining annoyance about this build. As far as the rest of the upstairs here go, I do have all of the various crafting stations, as well as our personal terminal that reminds us of daily quests, but not much else. Again, using conduit for everything is very intense and very it fills up your resource bar awfully fast when you use conduit as opposed to wires. And that means that I don't have much left here for decoration and such. Also, I had to slightly expand the overall space of this build because we have some things that we didn't have before in the form of this terminal that I mentioned, as well as these brewing stations are new since the Fosnacht event and since my first build at that other location. I did go ahead and upgrade myself to having a separate bedroom, but it is so incredibly tiny that I literally cannot put a door on that door frame and be able to use the bed. If I put a door there, it blocks the bed. I can't actually get into it. Yes, the last little thing that I will mention here is that I have some windows here, mainly because I often have players kind of banging on the door out there, and sometimes I like to look out at them and maybe give them a little wave and just say, nope, you're not allowed in here. And last thing is, I typically leave this floor as that same laminate flooring that surrounds it, but I did want to be able to, while I was making this video, check what was going on in the trap chamber down there, make sure I didn't forget anything, such as leaving that front door open. I think the last thing that I wanted to mention that I haven't so far is that you may notice this little penthouse structure on the top. There is a second fusion generator hidden inside that because this thing takes so much power that a single fusion generator was not sufficient to run everything simultaneously. I think that means that there's only one thing left to do here, and that is show you the trap in action. So once I step through the door, the Tesla arcs will activate, and that will keep me from fast traveling away. When you are taking damage, you are not allowed to fast travel. When you're taking radiation, you are allowed to fast travel, and so that's why there's a mix of Tesla arcs and radiation emitters in there. It's to keep players from fast traveling away. So yeah, as I said, I'll step through the door, and the Tesla arcs will activate, the rad emitters will activate, there'll be a siren that goes off, and chaos will ensue. So we're going to do this a second time because I forgot to hit my switch labeled safe, which meant that the trap didn't actually activate when I stepped through the door. My grand plan being, of course, that I was going to do my sign off while the trap was going off. It didn't work out so good. Nevertheless, here we are one more time, and I'm going to say that I hope that you liked the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. If you did not like, please tell me why in the comments, so that I can try and do a better job for you next time. Interested to hear what you think about this thing. I will say that it takes a lot more in resources to build this thing and repair it than it turns out that you're going to get when you actually set it off on another player. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, and until next time, my name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.